Hey, this is Randy from Funeral Funds of America. In this video, we're going to show you the actual pricing for $10,000 worth of burial, cremation, final expense, life insurance, or funeral funds for a 61-year-old female. Now, first thing you need to understand is you can go directly to our website, and on just about every page, we have these free quoters, and you just click the state that you live in. And by the way, we're licensed in all 50 states. And the coverage amount, put in your birthday, the other info, click Get Quotes Now. And it'll take you to a page that's going to show you all the best insurance companies in your state with all the lowest rates, and you can be a super smart consumer. And you can also call us at our toll-free 888-862-9456, and we can run all those numbers for you as well. Now, the first thing you want to know as a 61-year-old female is, is $10,000 going to be appropriate for your final expense insurance needs? Now, if you are going to be cremated, the average cost of a cremation right now in the United States is between $1,000 to $2,000. Now, that's just if you come home in a cardboard box or an urn. Now, if you're going to have some sort of ceremony, like a remembrance of life ceremony or celebration of life ceremony, that's going to probably cost around $3,500 to $4,500, including the service and the cremation. So if you've got a $10,000 policy, yeah, you're in good shape right now. You can probably stop watching the video. But if you're shopping for insurance, yeah, $10,000 is going to be enough. A lot of times, depending on your needs and your budget, we would probably, if you're just looking at the cremation, come home in a cardboard box or an urn, maybe look around $5,000 to $7,000, because we just don't want people to overspend and you just be difficult on their budgets. And also keep in mind, you can always add coverage later. If you want a little more coverage later, you can add it with these policies. Now, if you're looking at having that service, we'd probably recommend somewhere between $7,500 to $10,000. But again, if all you can afford is $5,000, get the $5,000 right now, especially when it's first day coverage that takes care of the immediate needs and just takes a huge burden off your family. Now, if you're looking at getting buried, would $10,000 be enough? Yeah, it would. The average cost of a burial right now in the United States is right at $10,000. But we can tell you one thing. That's not going to be super fancy. That's just the basics. But we can't imagine there's going to be many funeral homes in the United States that would turn away a $10,000 check. Why would they just let that check walk down the road to one of their competitors? But again, it's not going to be anything fancy. So a 61-year-old female, you probably want to live to 71 and 81 and maybe 91. So, we know that if it's $10,000 today, it's not going to be $10,000 in 10 or 20 years from now. So most 61-year-old females we help would probably look at getting somewhere between $10,000, $15,000, maybe even $20,000. But again, if your budget's limited, get $10,000. That takes care of your most immediate needs. We can always add more coverage later. Now, one thing we always recommend is first day coverage or benefits, and that's exactly what we help people with here at Funeral Funds of America. That is so important because you just don't know when you're going to die. Are you going to die 20 seconds from now or 20 years from now? We just don't know. So you want a policy that if you got the policy approved today and you died tomorrow, it would pay out in full. And that's what we help people with at Funeral Funds of America. Now, a lot of people would say, yeah, I want the first day coverage, but I've heard those policies ask health questions. And yeah, they do ask health questions, but the health questions are our problem, not your problem. And the reason I say that is, we work with enough different insurance companies that they all have different insurance underwriting. And typically we can get everybody, first day coverage. Well, if not everybody, we've got about a 90 to 95% approval rate for first day coverage. That's pretty dang good with all the insurance companies we have. Now, the only reason you wouldn't qualify for first day coverage is if you had something really significant health-wise going on. Like you had a terminal illness and you were going to pass away in the next 12 months, or you had dementia, or you were on dialysis, or you were in a hospital or in a nursing home. If that were the case, we'd probably refer you out to a different insurance company. The other thing that happens, seems like every week, is we get a call from somebody and they say, hey, we had a family member pass away this last week and they didn't have any insurance and we don't have any money. Their body's at the funeral home. The funeral home's not going to do anything until they get a check. So we need to get this insurance policy really quick so we can get that check to the funeral home. And we have to let them know that, there's no insurance company in the United States that offers insurance policies to dead people. People have already died. And it's really sad that the person who died put their family in that situation, because everybody knows they're going to die. It's just when are you going to die? And if you're going to die, do you really want to leave that burden to your family to struggle? I mean, these families are struggling when they call us, both financially and emotionally. And why would you do that to somebody that you love and care about? You know, why would you do that? Why would you be that person? So don't do that. Don't be that person. This insurance is affordable. It's your responsibility to take care of, not other people's. Now, the other thing we don't recommend is plans with 2-year waiting periods. And Colonial Penn is a fairly well-known company out there. Most people recognize their commercials for their $9.95 plan. And their $9.95 plan is a 2-year waiting period plan. And there's other companies out there too. Mutual of Omaha, their United of Omaha product, AIG, Gerber. There's other companies out there too that the only thing they offer is a 2-year waiting period. And some of these companies, with all their marketing, have done a pretty good job of convincing the American public that if you're over age 50, the only thing you qualify for is a plan with a 2-year waiting period. And we always say to that, you could not be more wrong, because we offer first day coverage and we help people every single day with first day coverage. So don't believe some of the marketing you hear out there. But let's talk about this $9.95 plan. A lot of 61-year-old females would think, oh my gosh, you know, I watched that commercial, and really for $9.95, I should be able to get $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, maybe even $50,000 worth of insurance for $9.95. And then they talk with one of the people at Colonial Penn, or they get pricing on their website, and they see for a 61-year-old female, $9.95 is only going to get you $1,460 for one unit. $9.95. So a lot of people would say they're kind of surprised after watching that commercial and how the product's presented that they get so little coverage. $1,460 might be enough for a cremation in some parts of the country right now. But remember, it doesn't matter, because this policy has a 2-year waiting period. And it's not going to pay out anything in the next 2 years as far as a death benefit if you die of any health or medical reason. And that $1,460 is not going to go as far 2 years from now due to inflation. So yeah, not a cool deal. But let's take a look at 10,000. Now, Colonial Penn, their per unit pricing results in kind of just these wackadoodle numbers like 1460, you know. And so we've got to kind of guess. I'm going to guess maybe 4 units. Oh no, we got to go maybe 6 units. Let's see, 6 units. No, we got to go a little more. This is the challenge. It's just, you can't, a 61-year-old female can't get 10,000. It's kind of frustrating. Oh, there we go. Finally got close. $10,200, $10,220, because that $220 makes a lot of difference, I guess. But so that's roughly 10,000, 7 units, roughly $70, $69.65 a month. But is that a good deal? Let's find out. Let's go check out first day coverage. So we've got 10,000 right here, 61-year-old female, and let's find some rates. Get quote. Again, we're going to come back here. Roughly $10,000, roughly $70 a month. But look at this. That same $10,000 we can get through this company, Trinity Life. They're a great company. We work with them. Terrific company, low pricing, level coverage, which means first day coverage. And that is $34, $34.29 compared to $70. So just think about this. You can get first day coverage for right around $35, or you can get a 2-year waiting period plan for right around $70. So Colonial Penn is right at, I think it's even more, 200% more expensive than a first day coverage plan. It's got a 2-year waiting period, and Colonial Penn will give you the privilege of overpaying on that premium every day for the rest of your life. So if Colonial Penn is $35 more a month, roughly, that is $420 more a year, roughly. And if you live an extra 10 years, you're going to overpay $4,200 more, roughly, on a $10,000 policy. So why would you do that? Why would you overspend like thousands and thousands of dollars when you could get qualified for first day coverage, have a lower premium? So it just doesn't make any sense, especially when you start adding the numbers up and you say, well, what if I live 10 years or 20 years? So first day coverage is definitely the way to go. Now, let's look at some other insurance companies here, maybe some ones that advertise quite a bit. And you'll be able to see all these different insurance companies on our quarter. But Lincoln Heritage, like, here we go. They're a fine company, I guess. Level coverage, but their pricing, look at that pricing, quite a bit higher. And the reason it's higher is they've got a program where when you pass away, they will call 2 or 3 different funeral homes to get the best pricing, whatever they do. They may do a couple other things, but you pay a premium for that. It's not free. So that's $40. Let's just say it's roughly $50 versus $35. So that's $15 more a month. So that is $180 more a year, roughly. And if you live another 10 years, that would be $1,800 more, $1,800 more, roughly. Now think about that. When you pass away, is it worth an insurance company getting paid roughly $1,800 to make 2 or 3 phone calls, maybe do a couple other things, maybe an hour's worth of work? I'm guessing, but that's a pretty good payday, I would imagine, for them. But we'd rather see you keep that money in your own pocket. So what we do is we provide a free funeral and estate planning guide. You just fill that out. You say who gets what goes where, what's going to happen on your final day, where your body goes, just burial, cremation, all that stuff. Fill it out. Keep it with your insurance policy, and that way when you pass away, your family has everything they need. They're not only protected financially with the insurance policy, but emotionally with the funeral and estate planning guide, because you've laid out everything in advance for them. And they will know that you were thinking well ahead of your actual death and thinking of their struggles that they'd be going through financially and emotionally. And you took care of all that for them. And what an ultimate gift of love that you can do for them. So you can check out other companies as well. But again, we can help you get first day coverage at the lowest pricing. So go to our website. The quotas are there. We've got a special one for YouTube, funeralfunds.com//YouTube, and a special quota there where you can get the best rates and discounts for our YouTube viewers. You can also call us at 888-862-9456 and talk with one of our folks here at Funeral Funds of America. We can help you that way. But if you've got an existing policy and you just want to price shop it to see if you've got the best deal, or you want to add coverage to it, we can help you with that. If you are looking for a brand new policy and want to get the best pricing and first day coverage, we can help you out with that. Even if you just want basic information or you have some questions, just reach out to us. We'd love to help you out with that. We look forward to the day we actually hear your voice and help you out with this. And until that day comes, you stay safe, you take care. You have a nice day. Bye-bye.